all, welcome to the channel Chill with Maths. Today in this video we are going to talk about the unit 1, that is mathematical logic. So the first definition is statements, or it is also known as preposition. Now what is a statement or what is a preposition? Let us look into the definition. We just gave a preposition or a statement is a declarative sentence, that is, which is either true or false. In this two words, that whether it is a true or false, it just gives you the statement. That is, it just declares whether it is true or false, but not both. A statement cannot have both true value or false value. So that is what it says. Either it is true or it is false, but not both, without an ambiguity. Now let us look into the examples. That is, the sun rises in the west. Obviously that is false. Now the second definition is 2 plus 4 is 6. Sorry, second example. And then you have do you speak English, Hindi? Not, that is not a statement at all, it's a question. That is then the fifth example is 4 minus x equals to 8. It doesn't depend only on true or false, because like you have to first find x. Now coming to the sixth example, that is close the door. Obviously it's a command, not a statement. What a hot day. It's an exclamatory, not a statement. So you can, whenever you can tell a sentence either it in true or false form, then only it is known as a statement or a preposition. Now if a statement is true, if its truth value is denoted by T. If a statement is false, then the false value is denoted by F. As we have studied in your KGs, like you used to have true or false, T denotes truth and F denotes false. Now coming to the next line, that is, the prepositions are denoted by the letters usually. So these prepositions are denoted by P, Q, R, S, and etc. So with these, we are going to study, we are going to solve the truth tables. Now, if P, Q, R, and S are the statements, then for example, if today is Sunday, then yesterday was Saturday. Hyderabad is in Telangana. 16 is divisible by 3. Is 16 divisible by 3? You should know that. Newton is a scientist. Now, next, coming to the definition of compound statement. What is a compound statement? Now, earlier we studied about the definition of a statement, that is, or a preposition, that is declarative statement which either says true or false. Now we are going to study about the compound statement. What is that? A preposition consisting of only one prepositional variable is called atomic. Like if you have only one prepositional variable, then it is known as what is that? Compound statement. Okay. Now coming to the next definition, that is simply a preposition. One second. Simply a preposition obtained from the combination of two or more prepositions by means of logical operators or connectives of two or more prepositions is called compound preposition. That is a definition of preposition. Next, coming to a very important definition, that is connectives. What is connectives? The word and phrases or symbols used to form compound prepositions are called connectives. There are 5 basic connectives called negation, conjunction, disjunction, conditional, and biconditional. This conditional is also known as if, then, or it is also known as implication. What does implication mean? Like if P implies Q, this is implication. Now if and only if, or double implication. Double implication, if you denote this like this, then it is known as double implication. Okay. Next, so these are the 5 types of connectives that we have. Next, coming to the first definition, that is negation. What is negation? Let P be a statement, then the negation of P is denoted like this. It is denoted like this, or it is also denoted like this. Either negation P or negation P. It is denoted like this. Okay. And it is read as not P. So this negation is read as not P. And it is defined by the following truth table. So just as we are talking about only P, that is only one preposition. Either you'll have true or false. Okay. If you are talking about 2, like if you have even Q, then you'll talk about 2, that is 2 trues and then 2 false. Okay, as we are talking about only P, that is one preposition, you'll either have true or false. That is P negation P. What is that we are talking about? We are talking about negation. So P is true and this is false. So negation will be false and true. That is what the table says. Okay, so negation is denoted by not P. Either you'll have true value or false value. The opposite will be the value of the statement. Now note the negation of negation P is itself. So what does negation of negation P mean? If P is true and like P has true value and false value, then negation will be false and true. If you do negation for this that is negation of negation P. If you do negation for this column, what will be false? Like negation of false, that is not false is true, not true is false. So now look into this column and this column. These both are same. So that is what they're telling. Negation of negation P, negation of negation P is again P itself. That is what they say. You have to remember the note point because it is very important. Negation of negation P is itself. Okay. Next, moving on to the next slide. That is, yeah. So see, this is what it says. Negation of negation P is equals to P. Now let's look into the example. They just gave an example. That is if P, the 3 is an odd number, and negation P, that is 3 is not an odd number. So what will be negation of negation P? If P is an odd number, obviously negation P is not. 3 is not an odd number. Again, if you're talking about negation and negation P, you have to get another knot. Like that is, you have to get 2 knots. So it is not that 3 is not an odd number. That means obviously 3 is an odd number. It is not that 3 is not an odd number. So it says 3 is an odd number. So what is 3 is an odd number? That is P. So negation of P is equals to P. Next, coming to conjunction. From here, you will be having very important statements which you have to remember. Coming to conjunction, what is conjunction? P and Q are two statements. Then the conjunction is denoted like this. It is denoted like this. Okay, it is denoted like this, something like a cap, and it is read as P and Q, and it is defined by the following truth table. So now let us look into the truth table. You have P and then you have P, Q, P and Q. So this is true, false, and true, false gives you true, and the rest of the elements will be false. So what is that you have to remember in this is in conjunction, one second, in conjunction, whenever you have true, this is true. Whenever you have true, like that is P, the statement of P is true and the statement of Q is true, then only P and Q will be true. The rest of the other statements will be false. So remember one condition, that is if P is true and Q is true, then only the condition is true, otherwise the condition is false. Okay, so now see here, the conjunction P and Q is true only when like if that is a wrong statement, just make a correction over there. If P is true and Q is false, then only P and Q will be true. Otherwise, everything is false. Okay. Now, the example is if P is even and 2 is prime, so P and Q is both even and prime. Okay. Moving on to the other slide. So what does this say? One second. The fourth slide is finished. Yeah. So we'll move on to the next slide. That is disjunction. So what is disjunction? Let P and Q be two statements, then disjunction of P and Q is given like this. Disjunction of Q is given like this, and it is denoted by P or Q. Okay, it is denoted it is denoted like P or Q. And that it is defined by the following truth table. What is conjunction? Conjunction is defined like this. Now we are talking about disjunction. Disjunction is or, so it is denoted like this. The only rule you have to remember is if both are false, the statement is false, otherwise it is true. There, what is that we have learned? If both are true, the statement is true, otherwise everything is false. So here, if both are false, everything is false, otherwise it is true. Now coming back to the disjunction, see, when P and Q is false, then it is false, otherwise it is true. If X is a real number and X is negative real number, so it is both. X is either a real number or which is a negative, X is number which is both real or number, or a negative or real. Now coming to conditional. What is conditional? Let P and Q be two statements, then if P then Q. Conditional is denoted like this. P implies Q. Okay. Conditional is denoted like this. P implies Q. And then it is defined like this. Remember one condition. If P is true, Q is false, then P implies Q is false. Just remember this condition. If P is Q, if P is true, Q is false, then P implies Q is false. Okay. Next, moving on to the next slide. That is, this is some example. Now we'll just look into the next definition, that is biconditional. Now what is biconditional? Biconditional says if P and Q are two statements, then P if and only if Q, that is you'll have double implications. Okay, P if and only if Q, it is denoted like this, double implication. Then it is defined by the following table. So what was conditional? What was conditional that you have studied? What was conditional? Conditional statement was if both are false, then you'll have false. Otherwise, it is true. Coming to disjunction, what is disjunction? Yeah, coming to disjunction, if P implies Q, that is, if you have one true, one false also, the only one false. See, P double implies Q is true. Sorry, it is true if and only if it has identical truth values, otherwise it is false. So how will you remember for biconditional? Whenever you have identical values, that is, if both trues or both false, that then only you will have true value, otherwise it is false. Okay, biconditional is like this. Looking to the example, if ABC is a right angle triangle, the angle B is 90, then the angle ABC will be right angle if and only if angle B is 90. Okay, I hope you are clear with the definition. Next, moving on to the next slide. Construct truth tables for the following compound propositions. So they're asking us to construct, one second, truth tables for the following, compound propositions. I'll be we'll just do this in the next video. Thank you for watching this video.